and welcome to Prepare for Success training with the She Will Foundation Employment Services. This training is designed for employment applicants with veteran or military spouse preferences. However, the valuable information shared in this training can be applied to many different types of applicants. The Prepare for Success training covers 3 lessons in 3-part videos. Part 1, Resume Writing. Part 2, Application Process. And Part 3, Interviewing Skills. These videos can be found at the She Will Foundation YouTube account, or you can contact the She Will Foundation office. The slides for these trainings are embedded with links to websites and resources discussed. Please reach out to the She Will Foundation office at the email address provided to request your copy of the training materials. This training video will cover Prepare for Success training, Part 1, Resume Writing for Veterans and Military Spouses. During this session, we will review how to get started with the resume writing process, as well as important information needed to create your resume. We will review the do's and don'ts of resume writing, how to create a federal resume, and obstacles you may encounter during the resume writing process. To get started, you will want to gather the information needed for creating your resume. You may want to use a resume template as a guide for collecting this information before sitting down and creating it. A successful tip with resume and employment processes is using Google Workspace. It is highly recommended to set up a Google Gmail account with a professional address, solely used for the application and professional correspondences. Google Doc not only has a resume template available, but it is a great option for saving your resume, especially when using various computers and devices. From Google Docs, you can store your resume and have access to it anywhere you can connect to the internet. It also allows options for downloading your resume in Microsoft Word or PDF without having the software licenses. Google Drive is a great option for storing important documents you may need for your application process, such as transcripts. Google Apps like Calendar and Meet can assist you with managing your schedule or facilitating virtual interviews. The Google Voice app can assist you in creating a specific phone line for applications and potential employer communications. This allows you to identify important calls you should answer or respond to in a timely manner, since they are likely in regards to an application. Another benefit from becoming familiar with Google Workspace is it can be added to your resume as a proficiency skill. The information required for your resume includes details about your experiences and skills needed to determine if you are a potential candidate for a position. Resumes include personal information such as preferred phone number and email address to contact, as well as providing your location with a city and state minimum. This informs employers of your current location to let them know that you are readily available in the area. Your work experience should include your employment history with dates, addresses, descriptions, and points of contact. Ensure you also include your volunteering experience. The education section includes high school, college, or certifications you've received. You may also want to include references from professional relationships that would provide value to your qualifications and history. Providing your work experience is not just about describing your job and duties. You will want to include your accomplishments. For work experiences, provide a brief description of your job title and responsibilities. Then follow with your writing out the accomplishments using the STAR format. STAR stands for Situation, Action, and Results. You will want to write out the situation you faced, followed by the action you took, then the results of your effort. An accomplishment is when an activity is improved, provides cost savings, resolves an issue, or helps you stand out from other candidates. When writing out accomplishments, try to be specific as possible by providing numbers or percentages to reflect the impact. An accomplishment worksheet is available. Please contact the She Will Foundation to request a copy. This slide provides an example of a standard resume. It follows a classic resume template that is clear and easy to follow. It provides a summary of the qualifications you have at the top to inform the employer of your capabilities. It also highlights technical skills and is followed by work experience in chronological order, starting with the most recent position and including volunteering experience. The job descriptions and accomplishments should be short and direct, as you will want to gain your employer's attention quickly. Include education as well as certificate. Traditional resumes should be complete and clear and do not extend more than 1 or 2 pages. Remember, employers may be reviewing several resumes and applications. Long, written out resumes have less of a chance to be fully reviewed. Keeping your resume specific and direct provides the employer the information they need quickly to determine that you are a good candidate. It is highly recommended to edit your resume based on the position you are applying for. Customizing your resume to include the qualifications listed in the job announcement is far more successful than using a standard resume for all applications. When writing your resume, there are some important do's and don'ts to remember. Do make sure you are using the correct verb tense, especially when discussing job descriptions. If you are currently in the position, use a present tense. If it is a previous position, use a past tense. Write in plain English and avoid using vocabulary that is not easily understood. Read the job announcement and description to ensure you have included all the required qualifications in your resume. Do ask someone to review your resume and proofread it again to ensure that it is free from any spelling or grammar errors. Don't directly copy the job announcement into your resume. Employers will notice this and they will think that you didn't take the time to write your own resume. Refrain from starting sentences with I and avoid using acronyms unless you've spelled them out first. Your resume should not be written out like it's a long essay, but provide facts about why you're a qualified candidate. With veteran or military spouse preferences, you have a higher level of eligibility status when applying for federal positions. Take this opportunity to consider applying for a federal job that can provide career benefits. Federal resumes follow a different format than traditional resumes. The writing format is in a narrative form, and resumes are typically longer, about 3 to 5 pages. They provide more details and specific information due to typically being processed through Human Resources section. This requires your resume to provide the information needed to determine if you are a qualified candidate for the position and should be forwarded to the hiring manager. Additional resources for writing federal resumes can be found in previous performance plans, job descriptions, and the vacancy announcement of the position you're interested in applying for. This slide also includes a resource link to an article and video that go into further detail on what should be included on a federal resume. We highly recommend you review these resources first to ensure a successful creation of your federal resume. This slide is an example of a federal resume, which should be customized for the position you are applying for to ensure qualifications are identified. It is also important to clarify your eligibility to apply for the position, such as veteran status or military spouse preference. The work example should be more detailed, but follow the same accomplishments approach that align with the job requirements. Add volunteering experiences, associations, awards, skills, and certifications. This resume is longer and detailed as you must provide the required information to show you are a qualified candidate for the position before proceeding to the hiring manager. Ensure that you use specific job listing keywords and provide impactful accomplishments. USAJobs.gov is the web platform used to apply for all federal positions. The listings are for specific eligibilities. Applicants with a veteran's preference have multiple eligibilities from time in service or by disabled veteran percentages. For applicants with a military spouse preferences, you have eligibilities under executive order or as a priority placement due to a military move. Other eligibilities include open to the public and individuals with disabilities under Schedule A. This platform offers a resume builder, or you can upload your own resume. You will want to customize your resume to include specific required qualifications of the job listing, and be sure to attach any required documentation. Eligibility to apply on USA Job include multiple veteran preferences. Be sure to read through the various eligibilities to determine which one you qualify for. Commonly required documentation for veteran preferences include your DD 214 form, VA disability letter with percentages, or the standard Form 15 to identify your application point preference. Military spouse preference has eligibility under the executive order or priority placement due to a military move. Common required documentation for military spouses include PCS orders, marriage certificate, and self-certification checklists for PPP applicants. When applying as an individual with disabilities under Schedule a standard Form SF 256 is required, and these references are embedded into this slide. This slide provides a listing specific for the required documents for each eligibility. If you do not have a copy of your DD 214, you can request one through the resource link provided here. If you are a disabled veteran, you will want to download a copy of your VA disability letter with percentages at the va.gov link provided. This will also require the SF-15 form to be completed to identify your point preference. When qualifying for a position using your education, it is crucial to provide a copy of your transcripts. You can verify your school's accreditation at the links provided. A few reminders for federal resumes and applying on USA Jobs. You can upload your resume or use the website's resume builder. In addition, you can store more than one resume, which is especially useful when customizing for specific positions. The website also allows document files to be stored so that they are easily able to be attached to your federal applications. When searching for government positions, be sure to search for the ones in your area and within your qualifications. You can also filter your search by only listing the ones you are eligible for. The application process is tracked in the website, and you can determine where you're at in the hiring process. Also, it is recommended to reach out to the listed human resources contact before the job listing is closed to verify that you're eligible, applied correctly, and met all of the required documentation. We will now review some of the obstacles you may encounter when creating your resume. The first obstacle: what should I do if I'm having trouble writing my resume? First, reach out to the She Will Foundation Employment Services to schedule additional assistance. There is also many online resources, such as resume templates available on Google Docs, and free websites to share guidance on tips on how to create resumes, like the ones listed on the slide. Do not pay for resumes. There are so many free resources available to you. Seek those out rather than paying fees. Obstacle 2. How do I apply for a job when I have no work experience? The best way to improve your work experience history is to volunteer. Get involved with organizations in your community to build your skills and qualifications. Seek out opportunities that align with your job preferences. For example, if you're interested in working at a veterinary office, start by volunteering at the local animal shelter. If you're interested in working at a school, start by volunteering at the Boys and Girls Club or similar organizations. For the Killeen area, volunteer opportunities include the She Will Foundation and the City of Killeen. For a veteran-specific organization in the clean area, the Operation Phantom Support would be an excellent option for volunteering. For those seeking a remote at-home volunteering opportunity, the Crisis Text Line, previously known as the Suicide Hotline, offers remote volunteer support and provides training on how to be a crisis volunteer. This opportunity does have a volunteer time commitment requirement and can be high stress due to the nature of the program. It can also be a great opportunity to enter the field of counseling or social work. Obstacle 3. How can I build my skills? In addition to volunteering, you can seek out resources and certificates to build your employment skills. For the Killeen area, this includes the Texas Education Agency for local resources on achieving your GED. The Texas CDA Credentials offers care courses required for child education and daycare positions. Free certifications can be completed online through Allison for leadership skills or Coursera for child nutrition. Low-cost certifications include Food Handler Certificate, which is required for restaurant and fast food employers, or CPR certification, which can be an appealing skill in many fields. This completes the Part 1 Resume Writing with Prepare for Success training. Please join us for Part 2 video where we will discuss the application process. Please contact the Shewell Foundation office to request copies of the training slides. Thank you for watching.